those who say that all this talk about the gold standard and the bright future which the gold standard might just bring back, the so-called golden age, is like religion. You've got to believe. You've got to have recourse to superstition. There is nothing scientific about that. It's all a myth created for the benefit of the wealthy who grab the gold and hide it or run with it, leave the country behind in trouble, short of money, so the government has to come in and create artificial paper money and let gold be removed from the system. My final thoughts are about the nature of human laws. Now, of course, those who believe in God will derive the justice and the power of these human laws from their belief in God. But you don't have to be a believer, because you just have to accept the fact that you never do something to your neighbor what you wouldn't like that your neighbor will do to you. You want to live in society. You want peace, and you want to share prosperity. If you believe in that, if you believe that you don't want to live in a society where you have to be afraid that robbers will take your property and murderers will take your life, or the life of your wife or children or relatives, if you don't want to live in a society, then you have to have laws. And very soon the law of gold will come into the picture, which says that you have to have freedom, security of property, because if you don't, then the producers will not produce the surpluses which is necessary for all of us to survive. We cannot be an expert blacksmith and an expert baker and an expert butcher at the same time. We do what we are prepared, what we trained for doing. But beyond that, we rely on others, that others will want to produce surpluses in security, that the robbers, the pilferers, the plunderers will not come and take it away from you. We have to have law. And the first law is that money should not be a tool of plundering. Tool of plundering in the hands of the government. Because that's the easiest way to plunder people, which people wouldn't understand. So you see, gold comes into the picture at an early stage. If you want to live in society, then you rely on the production of others. And these others will have to have the security. And if they don't, then society will break down. And we go back into the Stone Ages. And you have to be afraid of your life, and you have to be afraid of robbers and those who would destroy your economic position. So you see, these, whether you are a believer or not, these are laws of the human society, human cooperation, without which society breaks down and we lose our freedom. We become slaves. And that's the danger. This is happening right now. And the government and the false prophets in universities and research institutes preach that the government has the power to bring all the happy circumstances, prosperity, everything. And the fact is that the government cannot do it unless it follows the same laws which it imposes on the rest of society. And therefore, this is the point where divine law and human law meet. And regardless whether one believes in God or one doesn't, the fact is that we want to live in peace and in a society where we can develop our best talents and we can work for our own happiness as well as for the happiness of the whole society.